Hello on Thursday, dear friends. Today we really have intense energies around us, especially coming from Mars and Pluto. This opposition that we've been waiting and experiencing for a while is coming to the peak point. So today and tomorrow, this opposition will be in the highest level. At the same time, specifically today on Thursday, also the moon is squaring Mars and Pluto, and this turns into a Tau square. Very challenging configuration, which can bring lots of inner tension. Externally, this may look like confrontations, power struggles, desire to do things in our own way, and at the same time feeling either scared or like it really requires a lot of effort. Now, from one side, we need to be aware of this. We need to be mindful. We need to prepare to put extra effort. Whenever Pluto is so activated, this is the time to work really hard on something, to put a lot of effort into something. The problem here is that Mars is very weak in Cancer in the last degrees, which means that we may not have enough power. Even if we want to do something internally, we may not have enough resources to do it. And also, we are in the last phase of the lunar cycle, right before the new moon. So the energy is very, very intense, but on an internal level. Don't try to push things and to kind of like make them happen in the outside world right away. It could be very difficult and it may increase the tension even more. Overall, this focal point of the moon in a Tau square with Mars and Pluto can bring a lot of tension in the outside world, how we connect to people, how we share, how we express something. So, what is the solution, or where is the help coming from? First of all, it's coming from Mercury. Mercury has positive aspects with Mars and with Pluto, which means that if we try to be more consciously aware of things, to notice, to observe, to analyze, we may have much more control over those energies. If we allow ourselves to act impulsively, triggered by our moods, triggered by some kind of spontaneous desires, the results might be very, very negative. On the other side, if we focus more on observing, so first of all, not hiding, not resisting, also not denying how we feel or what we are noticing, but instead we try to analyze it, we try to see the deeper meaning. Mercury is in Scorpio, so it can really allow us to see things from a deeper perspective. Then we can have much more control over those impulses and over the whole development of the situation. Uranus also has positive aspects with Mars and with Pluto. This may bring more impatience, more desire to do something radical, but it can be in a more balanced way because of the aspects with Mars and Pluto, because they are harmonious. So, to summarize everything, the day is very, very intense. The moon, by the way, is moving to Scorpio later during the day, which will increase the intensity. So we need something, we need to do something, whether this will be some kind of more intense practice or maybe a meditation or maybe some kind of physical work. So whatever helps you to kind of like get the energy moving, because otherwise, if the energy is stuck, it gets worse. So we need to do something with this energy. At the same time, on the outside level or in the outside world, it may not be so obvious where things are going, or we may not be able to see immediate results. So it's time for deeper inner work. And the most important is to stay connected and to rely more on our mind. Mercury here is, I would say, our savior. So don't follow immediate or sudden shifts of your mood or some kind of, ideas. Try to focus more on understanding your process, seeing it as it is, and then you may get to a much deeper meaning, which can change totally the situation. So, difficult day at the same time could be very transformative. And we can really shift something, especially if we are not impatient and if we are open, especially in our mind. So be mindful today, dear friends. I hope the day will be meaningful for you, and I will see you tomorrow.